Crest Haven is a deck that centers around the card Marwyn Despair Manifest. On Evolve, you gain a crest, where if you don't attack, at the end of the turn you'll deal damage split between all enemies equal to the number of crests you have. The deck includes a variety of different crests, as well as many board clear tools, such as Blinding Faith, Unholy Vessel, and Jean's Saintly Knight, to maximize the amount of damage that hits face. Now to mention some specific cards. When your crest slots are full, you cannot gain any more crests, so Maddening Venison becomes a heal 10 for 2 PP without the downside. I have included 2 copies of Pact of the Beast Princess, since the Tiger it summons helps contest the board during the early game, especially against decks like Sword. This deck list went through many refinements while I was playing, so what you'll see in the games might not match this list exactly. This is just the final list I settled on. For example, I used to run Cocytus, but I cut him since I could never find a free turn to play him. With that said, enjoy the games.
Game でしょ？楽しまないと。雨音は断罪の調べ。
We're going up against Sword, and I see Blinding Faith in my opening hand, which is good against the wide boards they like to put out. So I'll keep that and toss everything else. We pick up Serene Sanctuary, which is very good to play on turn 1. We draw Wilbert. Since Sword plays Odin, we would like to play Wilbert on turn 5 using the extra play point, so we should avoid having to use the extra play point. Right now we should just play the Serene Sanctuary and engage, hopefully so we can pick up Grimnir next turn. I play the Devotee here. Usually it's not worth playing the Devotee this early without finding your Marwyn, but since Sword is aggressive, the ward helps to block some damage. Opponent is able to clear. Now this is where Blinding Faith comes in handy. We just play it and clear their board. Next turn we'll use extra play point to play Wilbert. Zirconia comes down. We could clear it with Celefa, but we have Wilbert. They're unlikely to be able to full clear this, so the 2 extra knights on the board aren't that big of a problem. He has 2 Sinceros. Okay, so my opponent has a second Zirconia. And he has a returning slash. So he'll be able to full clear my board and go face with 1 knight. But it's no problem because I have Celefa. Clears the entire board. We still haven't found Marwyn here, so we'll play the Congregant and evolve it, and use its crest effect to help find our Marwyn. We don't want to leave the Lance Trooper up because it gives everything rush, and we don't want to attack, so we'll just use Gilmillies to kill it. So that's another Congregant, still not Marwyn. These 2 Sinceros are both pretty close to full fuse. But he super evolves here to clear. Then drops an Albert and doesn't have time to attack. So we pick up Marwyn. To full clear this, we don't have a good way except to attack and then play a torrent, but it's fine, we don't really need the crest effect this turn. So that's a full fuse Zinsero coming down. 8 damage. Yeah, the second one in the back, but he doesn't have a super evolve, so he won't be able to do the full damage. We're unable to engage the Shining Disenchantment because we only have 3 crests, but he can't kill us from this range without a super evolve. Here we just put a ward on the board, and then we heal a bit. He should be unable to kill us from this point. Yeah, he deals 5, heals 5. But we fill out our last crest slot, and then we play Maddening Benison. So let's just heal 10 for no downside. And we're back to almost full. Heals another 5. We just play Himeka to fill the crest. And that's another 5. Engage the amulet to deal the 4 damage. The sword doesn't really have more healing. Now he's unable to get through my board of wards, so he concedes. This game showcases how strong Crest Haven can be even if it doesn't draw all its cards on time. Now on to the next game. This next game is a game I played during the Grand Prix against Rune. Against Rune, we don't really need to keep Blinding Faith because they don't play a lot of followers. So we'll just search for Marwyn, and hopefully we pick up Grimnir too. Serene Sanctuary is a good pickup, once again, because that's the best play on turn 1. We also have found Marwyn. We don't have a better play here than to engage the amulet. So we're currently on 8 cards in hand. If we don't play a card here, next turn we'll draw to 9. And after playing Marwyn, he'll put a spell in our hand. So we'll be at 9 cards and overdraw the next turn's card. We don't really need the extra play point for anything, so we'll just spend a Blinding Faith here, and also clear the Melvi at the same time. So turn 4, we just drop Marwyn. And Ingrea comes down. Luckily he has to trade the end summoning, so there's no ward blocking Ingrea. This turn, our best way to clear Ingrea is to play the Torrent of Despair. So we'll go ahead and play the Devotee of Repose first, just to get the crest, and then Torrent will increase its countdown to 5. He spends 2 demonic calls here for some reason. So Congregant pickup. We play it and then we evolve it just to get another crest. And then we clear his board. Himeka picked up. If my opponent decides to play Kuon, then Himeka will banish basically all of his spell boosts. Instead he plays Norman for the golems for some reason, but Unholy Vessel will just clear this fully. Our hand is full, but we've drawn all the important pieces, so it doesn't really matter at this point. And there's the Kuon. So we can just play the Himeka. And then we fill up our Crest to 5. And she locks all of the Spellboost followers and will banish them at the end of my opponent's turn. Go ahead and drop an Unholy Vessel, the Serene Sanctuary. My opponent plays Cocytus, but doesn't have a 0-cost declimb to pair with it. So we can just play Morrowind, and then we Torrent of Despair it. Here I played the Gilnolise, but perhaps I should have played the Gilnolise before I cleared Cocytus, just so I don't reduce the defense of my followers. My opponent plays William and clears my entire board, heals a little bit. Servant of Cocytus comes down. We play Wilbert, get another Crest. And then since Super Evolved followers can't be destroyed on my turn, I can simply engage the vessel, and then engage my disenchantment to deal 4 more damage. He heals a little bit more, and then plays a Kuon. But he won't be able to get through this board. Here if Sweetness of Veracity hits the Celestial Shikigami, it will clear it and deal 5 damage, and then we can finish the game with Wilbert. I would love to play Shining Disenchantment into Blinding Faith, but that leaves the Celestial Shikigami with 2 defense. And after engaging Shining Disenchantment, he'll have 8 defense, and Wilbert dealing 7 leaves him at 1. So unfortunately that's not lethal. So we play the Sweetness of Veracity. It does not hit the Shikigami. We'll just clear with Blinding Faith. He's at 3 and is probably dead next turn. He has the Cocytus deck, so he has no wards. He is unable to clear the Wilbert, however. So he's just dead on board. I pick up Jean, so he's even more dead here. That's it for this game, on to the next one. The third game I'd like to show is also for my Grand Prix, and it's a Haven Mirror. Here I have Grimnir in my opening hand. I also have Blinding Faith. I don't really need Blinding Faith because Haven doesn't play many cards. I'd like to find Marwyn as soon as possible. I see Congregant here and keep it just for the extra chance of drawing Marwyn, and I can potentially destroy my opponent's Marwyn if he plays it first. Turn 1, no Sanctuary, so I just pass. I don't want to use my extra play point just yet, in case I need it. For example, to play Congregant on turn 4. So I just drop a Grimnir. He also drops a second Grimnir. It's turn 4 and I don't have Marwyn, so I have to decide on the best course of action here. I could play Congregant to try to find Marwyn, but that would mean not attacking this turn. And I'm afraid if I don't attack, he'll just play his own Marwyn next turn, and then I'll have to spend another Congregant to deal with it. I decided to just play my Grimnir, and to trade my own into his. And this way, if he plays Marwyn, I only have to spend 1 Congregant to destroy it. So he has the Marwyn. Do not draw our own Marwyn, we just play Congregant. And we want to find Marwyn as soon as possible so we don't attack, even though it means leaving 2 damage on the board. And we do in fact pick up Marwyn.
強くするね。姫か様こそ反則だった。
Here I can full clear his board by playing Morrowind, trading into Grimnir, and then playing the spell to banish the Congregant. But he might have Wilbert next turn, and I'd like to save the spell to banish Wilbert. So instead, I play Salafa. I evolve it full clear. It's not too big of a deal if I delay playing Morrowind in this matchup, because any early damage gets healed off anyway. Here's a good turn to play Morrowind and save the spell. Grimnir's Crest will deal 2 to the entire board, and I'll clear at least one of the followers. I play the Pact because I have nothing better to do, and I clear one follower. He spends his Torrent on my Morrowind. Now we're at 9 health. Play Supplicant to fill up my crests. Here I also play the Shining Disenchantment to heal a little bit, just in case he has face damage. Plays Maddening Benison for the heal 7 and clears my board. I just drop Himika and then drop another Sanctuary. Opponent plays another Morrowind, another Temple, I find Wilbert, so I play it and evolve it. And since my crest slots are full, I can play Benison to heal 7. His Wilbert finally comes down, and I've saved the Torrent of Despair this entire game to banish it. He saved his as well to banish mine. I banish his, I play the Disenchantment, play a Morrowind. I use my Torrent to banish him again, and play my own Wilbert. In this Haven Mirror, the best ways to win are either to play Cocytus, or to OTK them by collecting Gilnally spells and using the Shining Disenchantment. So I have Unholy Vessel. I find one Gilnally spell, and then I clear the board. I play Disenchantment just to pop the shield and heal a bit, and then I deal 5 with my crest damage. I fill up my crest slots, and then just save an Unholy Vessel to clear something later. He drops another Wilbert. I think I've used all my Morrowind spells at this point. I'll just have to clear it using a Congregant and a Blinding Faith. Oh, I spent my Vessels for some reason. The Blinding Faith was probably better. Actually, maybe keeping Blinding Faith is better for the draw and heal. Yeah, so here I draw 3 and heal 3, and then collect the second Gilnally spell. So right now I'm threatening lethal from 15. But because of his crest effect, he'll heal the 16, and I'll be one off lethal. So he collects 3 Gilnally spells in one turn. I just heal with Venison, so I did have a Marwyn still. I just clear his board with Blinding Faith. I'm threatening 15 damage again with my crest. Well, actually 14 because one of my crests will expire. But I play the 2 Gilnally spells, and that's 14 damage to end the game. That's all the games for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.